some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite... Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So West Virginia's offense will have the football first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress at defense for similar reasons, and you've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses...
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Mountaineers. He would not be denied.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies offense will take the field for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Washington sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
They go right back to him. Hard running there. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juiced. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Pulls it in. It's Paul. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. From the gun, running back on the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Huskies are facing 3rd and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Gets the back moving. Thompson wants to throw. Finds the tight end. Never gives anyone a clean shot at him. He's down to the 34. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
It's so hard to tackle these fast guys in the open field. And you see when you duck your head and you're going to try to hit somebody, you can't see him anymore. Ducks his head a little bit. Next thing you know, broken tackle, guys getting extra yards.
The Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies!
But the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia State is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 21 over Appalachian State. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. To the air on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. To the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Got his man downfield. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down. And the Mountaineers are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got a man. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. The Mountaineers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved. Touchdown, Mountaineers! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Off-play action on first down. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Based on this field position, Jesse, they need to get something on the board before the half.
And they've got to be aggressive too, Reese. They've got the weapons to attack and try to steal a field goal here.
You practice these situations all during the week. You know you got to be fast, taking advantage of the clock, it's stopping, making sure you're throwing the football down the field to try to get some points.
He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Wants to go up top on first down. Fakes to grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And that is no good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
And as time runs out here in the second quarter, the offense doesn't want to make this deficit any bigger, so they'll take the knee and head to the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Thompson to throw. Tight end getting vertical. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
And the Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Running to the left. There he goes. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few. And the Mountaineers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Firing to the right, complete. Finds some room. He's at the and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, West Virginia. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. That's a fumble. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? We've reached the end of the period. It's West Virginia on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And the route is on. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Breeze. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Georgia State is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 21 over Appalachian State. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Caught behind the line. It's Paul. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Thompson wants to throw. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Touchdown, Mountaineers! The defense takes matters into its own hands. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the 4th quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it.
38, Washington, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Thompson to throw. Got his man. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Plows through the defense. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. 3rd down play from the gun. Got it in the middle. It's Abraham. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. It's complete to the left. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
1st and goal, Washington.
Quarterback keeps it. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the extra point was good. So that drive covered just 44 yards. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive.
14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give on the inside. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.